Hi guys and welcome back to Scribe Gaming. We've had a look at Cara Dune's kit and now we're going to take a look at Greef Karga. Let's get into it. Alright, so just as we saw with Cara Dune's kit, what's really refreshing about seeing Greef Karga here is that there's a lot of diversity that's baked into it again. He's light side, support, bounty hunter and scoundrel. It's nice to see that we've got our very first light side bounty hunter. Now I think we could debate for the rest of the year whether or not Greef really fits as a light side character, but what we're really interested in is his abilities. So let's take a look. So his basic is going to inflict daze for 2 turns, and all allies with their payouts active recover 5% health and protection. That really sets the stage for his kit already. He's already shaping up to be like a fantastic addition to the Bounty Hunter lineup. He's already giving me suggestions of a very Bossk themed kit. His first special, Bring Them In Cold, great name for a special, is his first Zeta with a large 6-turn cooldown, and I think it's with good reason. If we see here, it's a swarm attack that will dispel all buffs, and it can't be evaded, so Foresight isn't going to stop it. And bounty hunters with their payouts active will deal 30% more damage. If an enemy dies to this attack, all bounty hunters' allies gain just about every single non-unique buff there is in the game. We've got offense up, defense penetration up, critical chance up, crit damage up, health steal up for 3 turns. That's pretty incredible. That really earns the title of special right there. Okay, so his second special is Sweeten the Deal, it's called. It's another Zeta ability with a pretty large cooldown again. This one's going to dispel all debuffs from all bounty hunter allies and grant retribution up for 2 turns, and then they'll recover 25 health and protection. 25% health and protection, sorry. And that gets doubled if their payout is active. Allies with their payouts active also gain tenacity up for 2 turns and 50% turn meter. That's nuts. I'm not sure how you're supposed to actually kill any bounty hunters with him in the team, to be honest. It's a fantastic ability worth the large cooldown. My only regret is what it looks like here is that even though he does have the Scoundrel tag, none of his abilities really seem to mesh with Scoundrel synergy, which is a bit of a shame, but I guess if you imagined this under a Scoundrel Kira lead team, for example, with Nest, that would make her an absolute nightmare to get rid of. So it's probably best that the synergy here sticks only to bounty hunters. He also has a leadership ability. Loyalty pays. All bounty hunters gain 30% max protection. Lovely, with all the recovery that he gains. And they recover 5% protection whenever they gain a buff. Now, if you look at his first and second... Oh, sorry, yeah. If you look at his first and second special, the amount of buffs that this guy can pass is actually insane. So they're just going to constantly be recovering protection, and he recovers a lot of hit points as well with his abilities. In order to fulfill his contract, you need to attack out of turn 20 times. Now that's not exactly going to be difficult to do, seeing as though his second special actually passes up retribution for 2 turns. And he also has a mass assist on his first special. Now, if you run him with Dengar, for example, who grants additional attacks out of turn, and Bossk, who has got his mass pile attack with his net, the rate at which you will fill this contract will be incredibly quick. After that, all bounty hunter allies have their payouts activated, and they gain 20% crit chance, which is quite nice, and 20% offense. That's not too bad. His first unique then, Boss of the Guild, another great name for an ability, gives Greef stealth for 2 turns, but also when a bounty hunter gains a payout, allied bounty hunters' cooldowns are reduced by 1, and Greef gains 10% counter chance, crit avoidance, and max health stacking. That's interesting, because that looks like it's going to make him a useful addition if you ever want to take in your bounty hunters in a mirror match, because it'll reduce cooldowns when your own allies fulfill their contracts, but it'll also reduce cooldowns when enemy bounty hunters fulfill their contracts, if I'm reading this right. That makes it quite interesting and gives you a pretty strong counter to bounty hunters. Now, I'm wondering if that's really mostly going to be used against other Mandalorian-themed bounty hunters, because at the minute we don't particularly need a counter to bounty hunters. But still, it's quite nice, because it does work on its own accord as well. So his payout dispels all debuffs on bounty hunter allies, and he recovers 100% health and protection, and then he'll stealth at the end of his turns. So he's going to be so incredibly annoying to kill. Whenever he gains, whenever he gets a debuff, all of his cooldowns are reduced by 1 as well. So really, that's going to cycle through his special 1 and special 2 quite a lot, quite quickly actually. Yeah, this is a really nice kit, and I think it's going to beef up any bounty hunter team that anybody has at the moment. Now, we're going to assume that Mando is going to have the bounty hunter tag. He's definitely going to be a leadership, as we can see from the suggested synergy here. Says the leader there, the Mandalorian. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to play once we've got Mandalorian as well. Mando coming supposedly in a week's time. I think this is a really refreshing kit, and the same can be said for Cara Dune. If I was to mod this guy, I would probably look to just throw a lot of speed on him, a lot of health and a lot of protection. You really want him taking a lot of turns, and other than that, you just want to make sure he's beefy so he doesn't die from a one-hit kill. That's the thing with relics these days. Unless you've got stacks and stacks of protection or health, any character that hits hard will one-shot you. So if you're looking at something like Sith Marauder, for example, if he uses his special ability, he's most likely going to kill you on one hit. So you want to avoid that sort of situation. Have him fast, have him tanky. That would be my recommendation, but we'll see more when his character actually goes out into the wild and we can really figure out where he best fits. This really does get me super excited for the arrival of Mando next week. Let's hope the kits they design for him are just as good as they've done for Greef and as they've done for Cara Dune. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one.